where just like that, when someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
Greetings. Welcome to episode 56. This is container 20, part 1. So let's take a look and see what we have. Oh, these are all systems, it looks like, with a few accessories. So let's take a look. We have your Sega Game Gear core system. The standard Sega Game Gear, no included game, no special advertisements for anything, no bonuses, no incentives, just a straight up, here's the system, buy it, and go buy some games and have some fun. All right. I wrapped these pretty well, so I'll have to undo all of my pristine wrapping jobs. These have been probably wrapped this way for 15 plus years. And we have Enjoy Coca-Cola Game Gear. It doesn't have the cardboard. I know I have it. I have another copy, but with the cardboard sleeve that slides over the system. But that's the Coca-Cola system. Came with the red game over here. The red cartridge. You could also buy the game by itself. And I believe the cartridge was black if you bought the game by itself. You got the red one if you bought the system. 1994. The Coca-Cola Company, Sega, 1994. Here's another one. Oh, I did such a beautiful job of wrapping these. It's going to take some time to wrap these back up the way I have them now. But I want to go through all my containers, and this is something I have to deal with. We have Sonic Drift. The boxed copy. Nothing unique about the actual Game Gear. It's just your standard black-gray system. Comes with Sonic Drift. And then, of course, the box is unique. It's not your standard Game Gear box. It's specifically designed for Sonic Drift to advertise the game. And then on the back, it shows you the accessories that can go with the Game Gear at an additional charge, of course. Just like any product, you're going to buy the main product, and they're also going to take the time to try to incentivize you to buy the add-ons and the accessories. Bubble wrap, packing tape. This is J-League Soccer box system, Pro Striker. J-League Pro Striker. GG Pro Striker 94. Boxed system. Has all the mascots on there. I don't know any of them. I'm going to ignorantly assume that these are Japanese teams being represented. If I am incorrect, you can correct me in the comment section down below. And then, of course, on the back shows you the accessories that are also available for sale. What is this one? This one is wrapped with extra care and consideration. Alright, I tried my best, but I'm just going to have to tear it. Oh, this is the smoke system. The semi-transparent Game Gear unit. The case. The smoke. It's referred to as a smoke. Some people have called it the clear. But it's more of a smoky hue to the plastic that's clear. I really like this one. I thought this was really a cool design, a cool idea. And this one can fetch a fair price. It's not super common, and when it comes up and someone has one that's working, people are willing to pay for it. All right. Sound of packing tape. This is the yellow system. Standard Game Gear Japan unit. All in yellow. They were much more creative in their advertisements and promotion of the Game Gear by making them in different colors. There's a Ninku system. There's a Virtua Fighter system. There's the Coca-Cola system that we just saw. So they offered quite a variety for you to choose from. As opposed to the US, where you could either get the black-gray color or the blue sports color, which really wasn't that exciting. So, fellow collectors out there of Game Gear probably have all these different colors. Here is another core system. It has a price tag of $39.99. So that was probably at a video game store. And at the time, I was probably like, hey, it has the original box. It most likely has the original paperwork, which isn't that rare. The original paperwork's not that rare. And the box is in really good shape. So I said, I'll take it. I might even have done a trade. Come across different games for different systems that I don't collect. And once I got a pile, I would go into a video game store that I knew had Game Gear. And I'd say, what will you give me for my stuff, store credit-wise? And then that amount I would just buy/trade for Sega Game Gear. And I remember even back then, the store owners kind of being surprised that I wanted to use my store credit for Game Gear. They were kind of like, really? Like, I guess they expected me to want the newest, latest, hottest system with my store dollars, and I was like, nope. Here's a third one. Core system. Over 100 games to choose from. Accessories for the total Game Gear experience. Deluxe carry-all, holster case, super wide gear, car adapter, gear-to-gear cable, cleaning gear, rechargeable battery pack, AC adapter. And they have 8 games featured on the back, but over 100 games to choose from. That's quite a variety. Other collectors out there watching this video, we all know that there's more than 100 games total. Especially if you count box variations and things like that. How about a third boxed core system? The previous box had 8 games featured on the back. And instead of saying over 100 games, it says non-stop gallery of hit titles. And this one only shows 6. So a box variation that I wasn't aware of, but now I know. And that's only because I am probably staring at the back of these boxes for longer than 10 seconds that I noticed that. So if you're into variations, quirky, there is one for you. We have a handheld system, which I wisely stowed away without leaving batteries in there. That is the worst thing you can do, is leave batteries and then pack them up, and then they explode and corrode. And I would have to check the input to see if this is a European version or a US version, because the input plug is different by region. I was in a bubble wrapping mode because here's another one. I'm sure there's a way from looking at the back, or maybe even the barcode, the serial number, to know if it's a UK version, a European version, or if it's a US release, or if it's a Japanese release. I personally don't know that. I know there's people out there who have itemized and categorized the different barcodes and regions, and they could probably look right at this and be like, oh, that's a US release. But I never got that into it, so I don't know. Here's another one. Another Game Gear. We're up to 4. But don't think we're done. I guess I decided to make this an all systems container, because here is another one. Oh, I left batteries in this one. And the batteries are still good. I'll have to toss a game in there and see if the screen looks like it's glitching. You might be able to see the lines and stuff across there. Yeah, it's kind of glitching out. So I'd have to put a game in there and test it out. Wow. Those are some long-lasting batteries. Here we have a UK adapter. Obviously different than the US. They use... Do they use 220 or 240? And we use 120 for our outlets. So I can't plug this into my wall and test it out. I would have to get, I'd have to keep this just as a novelty and get a US adapter that has the European plug in order to plug in and test. And I know that I have that. I know that I have deciphered, like, yes, I have the European adapter and the US adapter. Here is another one. So that's 2, 4, 6. And then this one, I put a note on it. It says works. It works. So that's 7. There's going to be a mild avalanche here shortly. And then this one has no battery covers, and it says broke. How are we going to do it? Broke. So the capacitors in this one are probably shot and need to be replaced. That's a skill that I still need to learn. I have the capacitors. I just need to learn how to do soldering better than I already know how, because I'm not an expert by any means, especially really small, minute soldering jobs. Not in my skill set. We have, before I open this all the way, let's see if there's a date on this. This is a video game accessory, no battery. And the date is 2/20/2013. Yeah, it has to be because it has my current address on it. And this is the car antenna. And I remember being very disappointed because the end flap was missing. So, the car antenna in the box. And I think, if I recall correctly, now this is many years ago, that he had showed many images of the box, and after I received it and I looked, I'm like, son of a bitch, it got ruined in the mail. And I went back and I looked, and he purposely did not photo this end of the box. He did that end, but he didn't do this end. And I was like, ugh, I can't bitch. I didn't check. I should have asked. And the last thing in here, under many, oh, there goes the avalanche of Game Gears. The last thing is the white Game Gear. Ooh, the elusive white Game Gear in the case. Let's take a look, shall we? Has the foam padding in the lid. We angle it like that. Has the adapter, has the actual system, it has the TV tuner, but it is missing, and I have never seen batteries that came with the white system. I've never seen anybody with a copy that still had the batteries. And Sega made AA batteries that said Sega on there, and I don't know if those batteries came with this system or if it was just 6 AA's that happened to be any brand that they happen to put in there. But that is one of the white Game Gears that I have. I have one other for sure, with all of the internal paperwork that it came with. And I'm not sure if I have a third or not. I don't recall. I picked up one a long, long time ago, and then I was able to come across one with all the paperwork, and I was satisfied. And for some reason, I'm thinking I came across another one for a good price and picked that one up too. But I could be mistaken. So that is container 20. There's only going to be one part to this because I'm done. These systems take up quite a bit of space in these smaller containers. So hopefully some of these are new to you, that you're like, oh, I've never seen that version, or didn't know they made that one. And it's interesting to see. And those are some of the systems. I know I have more that just aren't in this container. So when I come across those, I'll share them. So I hope life and work are treating you great. Hope you're healthy. And until I see you in 1 week for episode 57, container 21, part 1, please be well.
Do you know who I am? That makes no difference. All men are equal in God's eyes. Are they?